Hey, a lot of turnover in your room. Tell me how, according to plan, you are at this stage of camp.
I like the way they've picked it up. It all started when they showed up in January, and Andreas got the whole group together. He's like, "We're going go-karting," and took them all out. Like, so they hit the ground running. Like, we've had enough transfers, like we've had enough movement that they know the faster we could mesh together, the faster we get along, the better we're going to be as a team. And that started right away. I was really impressed with how they did that, and that's just helped all the way through to where we are now.
Following up with Andreas, he was one of the summer captains for Ben in that group. Where did he need to get better this year, and has he done that? Is he on track for you?
Yeah, he's worked like crazy. He's doing everything he can to improve in everything. I mean, he wants to be a better blocker. He's doing everything footwork wise. He's doing everything strength wise. He wants to be a better receiver. I mean, he's out there running routes, catching balls. Like, it's impressive. He's working really hard. It matters to him, and it shows.
Coach, do you feel like maybe you're a little deeper and more versatile than last year? When I say more versatile, I mean maybe more blockers than you had, and just more versatile in that regard, and a little bit deeper as far as numbers.
I don't know. I never really want to compare them to what we have. I like the group we have now and what they offer and the versatility that we have.
Do you feel like, though, that this team, you could run more package with two tight ends because you've got Platt, you've got Andrus, you got some bigger guys than you had last year, regardless of, not comparative, but just bigger guys?
Yeah, and I think we could do some of that partially because we've learned the system better. Everyone's learned the system. Like, we might have a couple guys new, but our expectations are they be on the same level as the guys that were here. And so they've recognized that, and so they've put in that extra work, like, to really know the system, and that allows us to do a lot more.
Is anyone on the team maybe a little ahead of where you thought they'd be at this same point?
It's hard right now, day two, coming in, especially no pads right now, yeah.
We see Rohan Jones. He looks like $1 million physically. His numbers are outstanding from summer testing. What does he do well for you, and where are some areas that you feel like he maybe needs to improve or be more consistent?
Yeah, I mean, way in his past, he was a receiver. So naturally, he's going to be a good route runner. He's going to catch it well. He runs well, all that stuff. And so the run game is going to be something he didn't spend as much time on growing up. So, and that's the same for really any tight end. They spend most of their life wanting to run routes and catch balls. And so the run game takes a little longer to come along. And just by the nature, he's a smaller tight end, so it's a little harder for him. But he's working hard to do everything we ask, and we're going to be smart in what we ask him to do.
I was asking Ben about some guys the other day, like how do you, like a Mike Washington or Larry Worth, kind of fly under the radar as recruits and stuff. Why do you think Rohan flew under? You mentioned he's not a hulking tight end or anything, but why do you think a guy like them, who obviously has SEC ability, kind of flew under the radar as a recruit?
Oh, he's got a different backstory than what you usually hear. He's from Canada, and you see a lot of Ontario guys coming, but he's from Montreal. You don't see that a ton. So he went to Maine, which is near where he's from, and then went to Montana, which is a high-level FCS. And he's put in the work every step to climb, and making good use of what the portal could be, and playing above where he's at and keep showing up. It's been impressive.
Are you learning any French through Rohan?
Haven't gotten to that yet. We get a little Danish going, a little French going in our room. It's a pretty international room.
Yeah, have you ever coached two international players in the same room before?
No, it's crazy, and it's not like that's what we were looking for. It just so happened that the right fit for here and for the room happened to be guys that were international.
Have you seen any ways that maybe Andreas has helped Rohan kind of settle in as, two international guys here in SEC country?
Yeah, generally he just took all these new guys under his wing and really helped them. But going through the visa issues and all that stuff, I wouldn't have a clue how to approach that. But, they've been through it before. Andreas has been through that. Hey, this is who you talk to get this done. Hey, make sure this visa's signed and all that stuff.
First impressions of the freshman, Gavin. I know he played both ways, right, in high school. How has he adjusted to focusing full-time on offense? And just, what have your first impressions been of him?
Yeah, I like his growth. I do. He's working on getting bigger and stronger in the weight room. He's got some natural size to him, but that's with that strength. That strength is going to come. But he's picking it up. The one thing you see, he's not scared. Like he's going to go be physical, and as he picks it up more and more, he's going to start playing faster and faster. Then he's doing well in the pass game. He had a nice low catch today, which is tough for a big guy to make. So it was good to see.
Just kind of going down the line of Andreas, Jaden, and Rohan with fall camp, what's the area for each of them, the target area that you want them to improve most over this next month for each of them?
Really, like they each have their own small different things, but as a group overall, like we need to be smart. Like we're not going to worry about not getting lined up, not knowing. Like we're going to know our stuff. So that's studying the offense. Like we got to do it extra. It's a lot of plays. I mean, well, we got to make sure we're on top of it, and then being physical. I mean, in this league, the most physical team's going to win, and so we got to bring that. We got to embrace that O-line side. And so all of them are working on that, even though if they're there, like they could always get better with it. So there's a lot of different little things they're each working on. But overall, like you can see growth in a lot of areas.
Last season, you guys as tight ends had 32 total receptions. 26 of them were Luke. Are you anticipating having a go-to guy from the tight end perspective as for a passing option, or do you maybe want to see more versatility there? Is it too early to tell?
I think too early to tell. Like right now, we're learning what they do well. Like we had the guys in the spring, but they were still learning the offense. So now, all right, what do they really do well? How can we use them the best? And so that's always growth as you go through fall camp to kind of see who's going to make the plays, who you could count on, what you want to do, and all that.
You already touched on a little bit with the international guys, but Andreas being the returner of the group, just how is he kind of helping those guys, I guess, adjust to their new surroundings, maybe outside of the visa stuff and all that?
Yeah, I mean, they're together a lot. It's one of the closest groups I've seen. Like, have a recruit in town. They meet all the tight ends because they're all going to be together. Like I said, it started with him being so welcoming when they got there, and that's really just made everyone feel as one big group. So it's been good.
We know how versatile Maddox is. When he does the fullback, the motion stuff, is he still in your group? How does that work, or does he go over to Kirby and the running backs?
Yeah, him, Kyle, and Hudson Hendricks are all in my room, and they're all learning both positions and doing it all.
Okay. Well, speaking of another Warren kid like Lassiter, Antonio Jordan, have you seen his body? And I don't know, is it in the topic of discussion yet? Is he receiver, or is there any chance he goes to tight end or something?
I don't watch him too closely. I try to stick to my guys, but from what I've seen, like, just stay at receiver. Like, I like what he's doing out there.
Coach, when it comes to Andreas and obviously being here an extra year, where have you seen him really take a step forward, being more comfortable on and off the field when it comes to coming over from, Denmark?
He's never been a shy one. He's never scared. Like he's up in the office a lot. He's in our meeting room watching film a lot. Like he's one like he's got that great outgoing personality. Like he's never really been shy. So it's not like he's come and opened up more. It's kind of always been him since he's been here.
Was there a lot that you had to teach him coming over from playing football internationally when it comes to playing in the SEC and being in this league?
I wouldn't say there's a lot. I mean, because he played in the MAC before he got here, so he's done that. But there's things I say, he just like looks at me like has no idea. So I'm like, okay, this doesn't click this way, and just find a different way to explain it, find a different way to teach it to him.
Just to kind of confirm what we were seeing yesterday, were you guys using the 12 personnel out there for one of those reps?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of 12 out there.
So what's sort of the plan with that moving forward? And
yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to keep leaning on it's early, but as we grow, like we're going to use all different personnels. The more we can mix and match personnels, the more we know our stuff, the more we can do, the harder it's going to be on the defense. And we want to be able to do a lot. And so the more versatile we could be, like we're going to use it. We're going to take advantage of it.
Bit of a follow-up to the question that he had on the physicality, and you saying the most physical team in the league is going to win. How is that instilled? Is that something that's just identified in recruitment, or before you really get to the games, it's not like you can just tap somebody on the head and say, go be physical?
It's a huge combination of starting with recruitment, starting with the culture of the team, starting with how you practice. All of that's going to play a part. And what's demanded. Like you get what you emphasize, and you got to make sure they're going and being physical. And if they're not doing it, then they're not going to be out there.
What was that process like discovering Rohan? I mean, where was that? How did that come about to where he ended up at Arkansas? And obviously, Platt came from A&M, so there was some familiarity. But really curious about Rohan because it's a little obscure.
A lot of time in the portal. I had a pretty big spreadsheet going on. I mean, you get daily updates of who's in the portal and just spend a lot of time watching the film. And the guy comes in and it's all right, like you evaluate and go from there. It was a lot of time watching film in the portal.
When did you know? I mean, like, I didn't think anything when you got a guy from Montana State, but it took day one of seeing him on campus in practice to say, oh, this guy's got something.
Yeah, really, I mean, seeing the film, seeing the way he can move, seeing the way he is after the catch, and then he's not scared in the run game. He'll go hit you and all that. Like, it impressed me right away on the film.
Jaden looks like he's only 5 pounds heavier than I think he was listening to spring, but he looks a little bit different. Like you can see it in his legs and stuff. What kind of off season did he have?
Yeah, he's worked really hard, like to really change his body a little bit. He put on that 5 pounds, but it doesn't look like it at all. Like he's got a ton of ability, and he's been working hard on the playbook and the weight room, and you're seeing it on the field.
You mentioned Rohan not necessarily being like the big, huge tight end, but he's still 9 touchdowns last year. I mean, what is it about his game that maybe allows him to be a successful red zone target, even if doesn't have that prototypical red zone tight end size that you mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, just the ability to make a play on the ball when it's coming to him. I mean, make a contested catch, go up and get it. I mean, he may not be a big tight end, but when you're in the secondary against safeties, like you're bigger than them still. And plus, like he's good after the catch. He does some real good things there.
Is there any like improvisation factor to his game? Like, you know, I mean, with Talon scrambling and him being able, I mean, how have you seen maybe Rohan on that side of things?
Still learning there. Still learning to see. I mean, as we go along, I mean, he has natural football ability, so that tells me he's probably going to be able to find those holes when things break down.
Question about Talon. Year 2 under Petrino. What have you seen from him maybe in his advancement in related to the passing game, I guess?
Everything just happens faster. I don't want to get too much in. I don't know how he's coaching them. From what I see, I mean, he's a leader out there. The guys love him, and they want to do it for him. And so it's fun seeing that, and seeing him just playing faster, and it's been good.
Hey, Coach, you guys had a lot of familiarity with Jaden. Obviously, you recruited him when he was in high school. He played for Bobby. How helpful was that during the portal recruitment process, and has that helped him get up to speed a little bit once he arrived here?
Yeah, it definitely helps because I've had a relationship with him since he was a sophomore in high school. A lot of the portal guys, it's, all right, you meet them for the first time when they're on campus and you, like, on their visit, and you go from there. But, like, for Jaden, he's been at my house before, like, when he was in high school. And so that helps. Like, you're picking up where you're left off instead of starting a new relationship.
And then you talked about Rohan at Montana State. You know, they played for a national championship, all the above. How helpful for him have you seen that be, just in terms of, you know, having the mentality of playing for something like that?
Yeah, he knows what it takes to win. I mean, he knows what the work looks like, what the accountability, what all that stuff looks like. He's seen it. He's been there. I mean, that's a great program that he's coming from. And so he knows what the culture looks like in order to be successful.